Welcome back to my version of Vlogmas. It is day 5, today is a Wednesday, and this morning I had to go drive my dad to his doctor's appointment. Everything was good, numbers were all good for his health, so we celebrated after with some lunch. I got a salad wrap and he got a club wrap in case you're curious. He says hi. Then in the afternoon, back home, gave Kona a new ball. Then about 1 p.m. I can finally get to my office to get some work done, and I was reading the comments of yesterday's video about the cheetah washi tape, and I totally agree with you. I revised the pattern by using the original layout pattern that I had for the print sheet, and I think that works a lot better. It's on the bottom. I think the bottom flows better, and I need to send out all the other washi tape designs this week so I have time to get that printed. And if you haven't checked out that video, go check it out to see my washi tape design process. So one really big project I wanted to do this month as part of Vlogmas is to rearrange, sort, and redo my entire wall area of my stuff. Honestly, I've been avoiding this because it's just there's so much work to put into it, and this is definitely going to be a multi-day project. So this is day 1, a start. The closet I can tackle some other day, but today I want to get to just the shelf area below my pegboards. This past year, I've kind of transitioned into different interests and hobbies and projects, and so some of the stuff is the older stuff. There's some new stuff piled on top of it, and I kind of want everything to just work all together, and I can easily find all the supplies I need. Also, I'm replacing this printer with a label printer. I have no need for this large printer anymore, plus it doesn't print well anymore. I've tried everything to troubleshoot. It doesn't work well anymore, and that's why it's collecting dust. I recently got a Dymo shipping label printer. I've been wanting this for a long time to replace that printer, so I no longer have to buy expensive inkjet ink. And if in the future I need a home printer, I will look into that, but for now, I'd really rather have that space. So I actually want everything off of this. I want to leave it empty, so it's kind of like a holding place for paint projects that need to dry or outgoing mail or packages. And over the year, I've accumulated a lot of paint that I've run out of places to put it, and I would much rather put this on the pegboard in some way than stick it in random places because I'm always looking for some color and I don't know where it is. Putting it up there will free up the space in my workbench drawer, so I have more options for that space. A lot of the stuff on this shelf could go into the closet, better organized. I want to put some of my workout stuff inside my ottoman, which also is storage. I'm not too sure about the books on this shelf anymore because it makes the pages and covers slant over time. So I don't know if this is like a good long-term solution for books, but for short-term to display, I still like it. But maybe in addition, it can display some of my art and not just books. I feel like the past couple of years I've outgrown some of the systems up here, and I think it is a good time to refresh this space and reorganize it to feel more inspiring and functional. When I work at my desk over here, I glance over and see the chaotic mess, and I would really like to fix it, so come on this adventure with me. Oh, and I've started putting my treadmill up behind the door like this so I can get it out, put it underneath my desk, and edit and walk at the same time, which has become really fun for me. I'm still keeping this curtain up even though it's not like the best looking solution, but it does let me peek under so I can see Kona when she's at the door wanting to come in. And this cart of paint will have to be reorganized as I put most of my paint on the pegboards. I'm not really sure if I'll leave the paint brushes on this cart, but we'll see. I get really overwhelmed by a project like this, so the method that I do is pretty much the same thing I shared in a past video. I take everything out, everything off the space, and organize them into recycle, donate, and then keep to sort. And they don't have to be exactly those terms, but somewhere for the stuff to go. Then when the space is empty, I further categorize them so it's much easier to see where those supplies should go in an empty space. And though I don't use dollar store containers as much anymore, the same rule applies where I figure out the best solution for containing the stuff in the new space. This weekend, there's an electronic recycling event happening in my area, so this is the perfect time to finally let go of this printer. If you are getting rid of any electronic items, I highly recommend searching if your city has any kind of recycling events like this. Each area has their own limitations of what they accept, so definitely search it and not follow me exactly. But mine also takes cables, and so I have a lot of those that I don't use anymore. And I kept the ones that I do use in this bin right here in my closet. I feel better about recycling this stuff, so I am contributing to less e-waste. My husband had a lot of cables that he wasn't using either, so here is our box of electronic cables that will go to the event along with my printer. My Cricut machine I don't want to get rid of, but I don't use it as often, and I don't think it needs to stay on top of this shelf. This was gifted to me by Cricut years ago, which I'm grateful for, but if I were to buy my own machine, I think now they have such smaller machines, the Cricut Joy, I think I would go after that one instead of this one. But it still works. I still like using this. I just don't think it needs to be up here, so I'm going to find a different space for it. And I want to figure out a different pen marker solution for this space in my shelf. I did get these containers from the dollar store, the ones you see in the back, but they no longer sell them anymore, and I think there's a better solution out there. So if you have any ideas, please share it in the comments. It's after dinner time. I am ready to call this a day, but this is where I have left off. And there's some progress has been made, not a whole lot, but something is better than nothing. And I will see you tomorrow with more progress on this whole reorganizing thing going on. Yeah. Okay. Bye.